Curious about the next big thing in Botswana? Meet Mr. Thatayaone Ndzinge, Deputy CEO of SEZA, sharing how opportunities are being created for you. Don't miss out on what could change your future.
Good day, this is Tanima from the Dumela Bots Media team. We had the pleasure of attending the Special Economic Zone launch event at the Airport City on the 3rd of October 2024. We are joined by a very special guest and we will be discussing the significance of this event as well as what it means in terms of development in special economic zones as well as the development of Botswana's economy.
My name is Thatayaone Ndzinge, Deputy CEO for Special Economic Zones Authority. Obviously, the role explains itself. I assist the CEO to lead the team in terms of implementing special economic zones in Botswana, which is a new initiative to really assist the government to diversify from a mineral-based export-led economy. So we're really trying to bring in more exports other than minerals to this country.
Right, that's good. And can you start by telling us about SEZA and what its primary mission is? I know you did explain to just come out of the mineral-based economy, but how does it aim to contribute to Botswana's economic infrastructure?
Our role is really to develop and manage and regulate special economic zones, which are really delineated geographical areas where like special fiscal and non-fiscal incentives are given to companies to locate in those special economic zones. Basically, those special economic zones, again, are export-led. Companies that locate there are supposed to export what they manufacture.
Right, okay. So, SEZA oversees multiple special economic zones across Botswana. What distinguishes the Airport City Special Economic Zone and why is this special zone crucial to the country's development?
Look, all our special economic zones are themed. If you go to Roberts, you've got the meat and leather park, which is really self-defining.
Right.
In Gaborone, we have where we are right now. It's a fintech special economic zone. And then you have Sesa International Airport, or the Airport City as you theme it, which is basically focusing on logistics, light manufacturing, diamond beneficiation, medical devices and pharmaceuticals, as well as it's a work, live and play type of special economic zones where you'll have malls, mines type of industries. So it's different in the fact that it's located next to an airport and it's a logistics special economic zone, but similar to the one that we have in Francistown. We have another one in Pique, which is about metal beneficiation, and then we have one that is focusing on horticulture in Tuli Block, and then one that's focusing on cereal production in Pandamatenga. Right. The newest one we have and that we are trying to put up is SUA, which is looking at beneficiating the salt that we have in Swatown.
Oh, wow,
yes.
That's amazing. And so attracting investment in a competitive global market can be challenging. So how is SEZA positioning Botswana's special economic zones to compete with the special economic zones in Southern Africa and globally?
Yeah, look, we've really taken a hybrid of the best performing special economic zones in Botswana. Look, even in developing our special economic zone, we make sure they are eco-friendly, they are ESG compliant, they are world-class in terms of the infrastructure we put in there. You have fiber running in that special economic zone. You have power, you've got underground water, tunnels going in that special economic zone. We have got CCTV around the special economic zone. So in terms of a location, it's world-class. You can't get it better in terms of location. Again, we've got incentives. Those incentives include duty-free imports of your raw materials. You've got 5% tax rate for the first 10 years and then 10% for the rest of the life of the company. We've got discounts on land prices, which is very crucial for us. You get land being one of your biggest costs when it comes to locating in a country. As we speak, we are building advanced factories where companies that come in and want to start business as quickly as possible, they'll have factories that are available for them. Again, we've got what you call working relationships with other players like BDIH, who already have land available and offices available. So some of the investors who come into the country, we are able to locate them at BDIH, and they are able to start operating as we speak. So our incentives are good enough. Our infrastructure is world class as we speak.
Right.
Yes.
So we can easily stand out amongst us.
We do stand out.
Okay.
Yes.
So earlier you had mentioned using, eco-friendly methods and all of that.
Yeah.
So how do you ensure that, your carbon footprint, because nowadays, we aim to go green with everything we do.
Yes.
So how do you ensure in your processes, in the work that you do, you are as green as possible, as I would say?
Yeah, look, in terms of design, how we design our special economic zones are actually supposed to be that we encourage the use of solar in our master plans. As you build up buildings, people are supposed to use renewables in terms of energy, in terms of recycling of their waste, water, and all of that. So it's inbuilt within the design. And those are some of the licensing issues. When we license you, we look at these issues to say, how eco-friendly is your building. And again, it will take the country to be able at some point in time claim carbon credits, and again be ESG compliant, as most investors, when they look into a country, they want to see if you are ESG compliant. Yes.
All right. Thank you for that. And so now, looking to the future, what are SEZA's key priorities over the next few years, and how do you see these zones transforming Botswana's economy long term?
Yes, look, like I said before, as a country, we get a lot of shocks as we are currently experiencing when mineral revenues are affected and prices go down, or the buyers of minerals are not buying. So what we are trying to do as special economic zones is to say, what other things can we sell to the international community other than diamonds or other minerals that our economy is fully dependent on? And that's what we are trying to do, really. We are focusing on other things as a country that we can sell that are not minerals. If it's minerals, we want to beneficiate them more to make jewelry, to make finished products like cables for electricity and all of that. So we are trying to do a lot of beneficiation within the country, create more jobs, diversify our export offering, and also be able to uplift small businesses who will be able to form clusters around the main investors who are coming into the country.
Right, that sounds great. So with the Airport City's proximity to Sesa Takama International Airport, what logistical advantages do you see that the special economic zones would offer to these industries looking to export goods, especially in terms of connectivity to regional and global markets? I know you did mention that it's technically like a logistics special economic zone. So could you touch on that?
Look, one of the things when you locate a special economic zone is to, and that's why you'll see all of our special economic zones are actually on the Eastern Corridor. You look at the existence of infrastructure, including roads, rail, and air.
Right.
Now, this particular one being a logistics hub, we really wanted to look at air transport and really be able to break even bulk coming into Africa. If people are, for example, are bringing, what would you say drones into Africa, they'll bring them into that special economic zone, and you can export them into the rest of Africa. Again, if you want to export out of Botswana, you've got easy access to the airport. If you need to go to rail, the rail station is in close proximity to the special economic zone. So again, it puts itself well as a logistics hub in the sense that it's next to the airport. The rail road is close by. The A1 is close by to the special economic zone. So those are the three things we look at. But for that one, the airport is just nearby. You can bring things in, you can take things out of the country.
Right.
Yes.
And how does SEZA plan to work with local educational institutions and training centers to ensure that the workforce in Botswana is equipped with the necessary skills to meet the demands of these industries in the special economic zone?
Yes, we work very closely with the Ministry of Education. We work very closely with HRDC to ensure that the curriculum in Botswana really look at what new skills will be needed by these special economic zones. So we are in contact with them to say these are the new industries that we'll be looking at. do we have the resources within the country? If we don't, do you have institutions that can offer this type of training? Again, looking at other training institutions, we've got MOAs or MOUs with BUIST, with Buan, with the University of Botswana, and we continue to sign up with other educational institutions so that we can influence what their curriculum looks like.
And can you maybe give some examples of what we can expect people to study, or kinds of careers that will come out?
Look, technology-based types of industries, AI is becoming big. One of the investors that we have is looking at blockchain, and those are some of the areas that people should be looking at. Pharmaceuticals, medical devices, being the best in terms of logistics. What type of training do people need to look at? So technology, logistics, AI, blockchain, because as an institution, again, when we license someone, I always give an example to say, would we license someone who comes here to do manual gearboxes for cars? Is that company forward-looking? Would it survive after the next 5 years? No, it won't. So we are really looking at technologically advanced companies that will survive. And therefore, in terms of skills, we want skills that are forward-looking and really technology-based, are able to live in the fourth or fifth industrial revolution.
Right.
Yes.
Very forward-thinking.
Thank you.
And finally, what message would you like to send to potential investors and businesses considering the Special Economic Zone as their next investment destination?
Look, Botswana is very well known in terms of stability, in terms of the workforce. Our salaries are the most stable. You don't have unions who usually cause troubles for companies. Our laws and regulations within Botswana are the most transparent. Governance in the country is very good. We don't have exchange controls. The incentives within the special economic zones are very, very competitive. The infrastructure is world-class, like I've said. So look, you don't have it better than in Botswana. It's the destination of choice.
Definitely. Well, we hope that any investors watching this video will invest, and we wish you guys all the best. And yeah, it sounds like a really amazing project that's coming up.
Thank you.